loved it. I loved it. It was interesting. My husband, who came for the beautiful dinner last night, he asked me, how was it? And I said, great. And he said, you sound surprised. And I said, yeah, I mean, we've all been to many conferences, and most of them aren't that fun, shall we say. So I found this very different.
What makes this unique is, compared to many other events I've been to, no one is selling anything. So when you typically go to an industry event, you have individuals selling themselves, selling an idea, or selling their business. Here you have people who come together, work together, compare ideas and thoughts, disagree openly, and feel comfortable sharing their views, even if they are unconventional. So that makes it really unique as an environment. I think people use this as an opportunity to learn and also press the pause button and reflect a little bit on what they've been doing.
The first thing to say is that this is an interactive event, and that makes a big difference from almost anywhere else you go. And so I think we discussed a really broad variety of topics, and actually, as well as the business issues you might discuss every day, we got quite into the fundamentals. Why is sport in a moment of truth? What is it that's changing about the outside world that's impacting sport, and what is it that sport can change, and where does it need to bend or change direction because of the way the outside world is going in terms of globalization or amount of disposable income people have, or all of those things. So really on the practical and on the fundamental levels, it was fantastic.
I loved it. I have to say, I arrived as a newbie, a little bit trepidatious, and maybe with a few preconceptions about the attendees, maybe a little bit stuck in their ways, perhaps a little bit stubborn, but I have to say I've had those preconceptions totally blown away, and I leave here feeling tremendously positive. Actually, reflecting after yesterday's session on the walk home last night, I actually felt that there is such a collective will here to change and evolve and change sport for the future, for the better.
This is a great event. I've told you I don't really like going to conferences. This is not a conference. This is a get-together of a fantastic group of people that you've created in the course of your life and career. Very thoughtful, very frank, very open. And look, I took away a lot of learnings.
It's the best group work that I've ever been to, not just the setting, etc., but I loved the group. The discussion was inspirational because people were open, they were transparent. You don't usually get that in other kind of conferences. It's all very staid and defensive. Everybody was ready to share, to challenge, to take action. It was terrific. Loved it.
Met lots of very interesting people and very insightful people, and learned a lot from the sports ecosystem and had a great time. It definitely exceeded my expectations.
We're very precious about our brand and our business model, and as you know, in our world, we try to be very discreet. And I think the quality of what you continue to put out every year, Roger, in the 2 years that I've been here, speaks to the importance of this summit and the people that you've had that have joined. I get a lot out of listening to all the great guests that you have. I learn a lot just from coming here, and the best part is the networking and getting to create relationships and frankly kick around ideas that hopefully will bear fruit for me and our firm.
I've really enjoyed the discussions, the time to reflect outside of day-to-day working life and be surrounded by people who do complementary but different things to me. It's been really, really amazing.
What's good about this is that you get everyone involved and not just the people on the panel, because it's so often the people in the audience who have the real inside knowledge and the hands-on experience, and nothing can ever replace people who have actually been at the coalface and they are actually doing it. So that's why it works.
Look, the industry is always going to face challenges. There's always going to be opportunities. They're always going to be there. What's really difficult is to get this quality of people in one place to talk about them. And it's fine, you and 3 or 4 other people talking about these ideas, you're going to get a very small range of potential ways to deal with them. The 50 people that you assemble here every year represent the absolute peak of this industry. And so the opportunity to pick their brains collectively at the same time, kick around opportunities, kick around challenges, how to deal with them, is truly extraordinary. You've created something that everybody in the sports industry should crawl over their neighbours to get to. And I'm privileged to be a part of it.
This isn't a record that is playing the same old tunes. We're adapting with it. And to have this on an annual basis where we can come back, revise the thoughts that we had, and then start looking to the future. I mean, this is the not to be missed event of the year.
One of the things I think stood out was obviously the panel on women's football, and I think it was great to see like more representation from people actually in women's football and female, obviously, participation. So I thought the conversation was a lot more interesting and full.
I think 25 years ago when I first met you in the Real Enterprise office, I thought 25 years later we'd be here in Como enjoying your incredible hospitality. I'd never really have believed it, but I think what's fascinating is the evolution for us all to be here, where we've all kind of come from, the experiences we've all had, and then also the network that have all come together to be what has been an amazing experience.
In terms of the mix, I think you've got it absolutely spot on. I mean, I've been one of your biggest thorns in your side in terms of bringing more people to Como, but in reality, you know, the comfort that is taken to being in a small room, Chatham House rules, to debate across the whole piece of the sports industry, sports entertainment industry, is second to none in that regard.
A truly unique group in terms of the calibre, the experience, the diversity that you managed to bring together in this event in terms of diversity of sports, diversity of markets and diversity of industries.
Well, I think what's really interesting is we've talked a lot at this summit about tribalism and the value of tribalism in sport, both emotionally and commercially. But actually, this is a tribe. And there's something really wonderful about being in a space with people that you have absolute cohesion with, are encouraged to collaborate with and understand, even if you have very, very opposed views about things. And that to me is why, I mean, this year has been extraordinary. It's the best. You set a new bar. And yeah, it's just been an amazing collection of people and thought.
It's been fantastic. You know, I think we're a B2B business, right? We rely on relationships in the industry to do business. And what better place to do it here? The group of people that were here are fantastic. I knew some of them, I didn't know a lot of them, and I leave here with a lot more of a network of people that understand what we do. Had a lot of fun as well, which is important. It's nice to get out of the office and get into an environment where you can feel comfortable to be honest with people, and I think it was really refreshing to see how open people are in that forum, and I think that's what we're about as a company, is being able to try and help move the industry forward, and that's what these last 2 days are about.